I was in love is the biggest answer, because a couple of people asked me, why didn't you speak about this before? Because I was working on my relationship. I've been in love with that guy. He cheated on me, right? He got caught, he cheated on me. I wasn't cheating on him. Last night when I finally spoke with him, he pretended like he was exiting the room or something, or I don't know. I thought he was exiting the room, and in a fit of rage, like I stood up and I started going as well, thinking that okay, he's gone out. And when I went near the door, he actually took me by surprise, caught my hair and bashed me, bumped me into the edge of the wall. And then he just put his hand on my neck. It is so sad. I have given that man everything. My jewellery, all my money that I earned, even Kavish's campaigns that we did together, he used all of it. I was detected with a depressive phase of bipolarity. I'm not going to deny that. My doctor is Dr. Kersi Chawda. You can have a conversation with him. This was in the year 2014 when I lost my child. At 5 months, because Karan was extremely bad and inhuman. Even during those times, he didn't let me go to a doctor, a therapist, even work on my body, because you know how it is for a woman. And yes, that time I did go to a therapist. A friend helped me out. I went to the therapist and she told me that let's do a test. And that's when they realized that you've been through immense trauma.
This morning, we woke up to shocking news of TV actor Karan Mehra and Nisha Rawal's divorce and separation following a night of domestic violence alleged by Nisha. Apparently, according to reports, Nisha has alleged that Karan banged her head on the wall of their house. And right now, as we speak, Karan, who was in custody, has been let out on bail. But we get a chance to speak to Nisha Rawal, who is completely emotionally drenched. But she has taken out time only for us to do this, to present her side to all of you. Here's her story. Here's Nisha Rawal presenting her story with you guys. So welcome, Nisha. I know it's an emotionally very difficult time for you, but I'm glad that you've decided to speak up about it after so many years. That you are in Nisha today, and I can understand because we woke up to this news. Firstly, I'll ask you that, can you tell us what exactly happened yesterday? Like what happened?
So yesterday, me and Karan are on the verge of separation, right? So I was trying to amicably sort it out with him that, look, whatever has happened has happened. Now we have a child and let's think something about his future. Karan wasn't making it easy at all. Like every time I tried to have a conversation with him, he started swearing and he started abusing, that kind of stuff. So I had to fly my brother down. Karan and me both requested my brother, my Rakhi brother Vicky, who came from Lucknow, कि आप आ जाओ क्योंकि हम दोनों शायद comfortable होंगे आपके presence में बात करने के लिए. So he came down. It has been 4 days, and Vicky has been trying to sit down amicably, sort it out, understanding my part of the story, understanding his, trying to talk to us separately, trying to talk to us together. And Karan kept going back and forth on his word, on everything that he spoke, right? And he was just behaving in a nasty way. So ultimately, when nothing was working out, I lost my marbles. I told him that, dude, you're not a good human being. This is not the way to behave. We are splitting up. It's okay. But we have a child now, right?
Yeah.
It's not like I can just walk out. You've produced that child. And it is not as simple as this. It's been so tough living with this man. I never spoke about it because obviously we are actors. I care about the image, right? I mean, now today, whatever is happening is not really good. I didn't want to do that. And I was in love is the biggest answer, because a couple of people asked me, why didn't you speak about this before? Because I was working on my relationship. I've been in love with that guy. He cheated on me, right? He got caught. He cheated on me. I wasn't cheating on him. I was not prepared for the relationship to get over. And then ultimately, when I tried talking to him, I got upset. I said, no, you're a really bad human being. You're not taking responsibility for your child and everything. And then he got really, really, really irritated, because obviously I was talking to him, all these days I was trying to keep my cool, and I was trying to say that, it's okay, we'll sort it out. But last night when I finally spoke with him, he pretended like he was exiting the room or something, or I don't know. I thought he was exiting the room, and in a fit of rage, like I stood up and I started going as well, thinking that, okay, he's gone out. And when I went near the door, he actually took me by surprise, caught my hair and bashed me, bumped me into the edge of the wall. And then he just put his hand on my neck, And I didn't even know that I was hurt or I was like bleeding or anything. And then after some time, I saw all the blood coming on my clothes and I realized what's happening, because by then my brother had already come to save me. Because the door was a little bit open, like people outside in the room, like there was my mom, there was my servant, there was Vicky. They could hear what was happening. And uske baad I called up 100. I decided that this is it. I have to speak for my child, and this is not the way it should go. I mean, this is all I can tell you in terms of the gist of what happened.
Yeah.
He's been talking a lot of
does it become difficult, Nisha? Because, he was the first one to give out a statement. And in his statements, he's called you bipolar. He has said that you've been dominant, you've been aggressive with him, you are verbally abusive towards him and his parents. After 14 years of relationship, and so many years of marriage, does it hurt you because you are still trying to mend the relationship?
Well, of course it hurts. Of course it hurts, right? It does hurt. I mean, it's shocking, it's surprising. But then I feel stupid as well. Why should I even be surprised and shocked? Because this man has always been like that. And I chose to live in denial, thinking that no, we are working on the relationship, because he would apologize. He would be abusive. Then he would say, no, I'm sorry, I'll not do it again. And I would give in like a fool because I loved him, right?
Yeah.
But off late, since he started having this affair, he had become very that jo karna tumko kar lo, jo tumko karna hai kar lo. And I would like to ask his parents face to face, have I not been a good daughter to them? Have I not? I can look them in the eyes and say that.
Yeah.
Never. And I told Karan, agar aap nahi kuch kar paoge, I will help you, because as an actor, sometimes you are making better money, I am making better money. It's not consistent.
Yeah.
So I said, we will sort it out together. We are in this together. But Karan was extremely bad, abusive, inhuman. And then I said, abhi nahi yaar. Now I have a child. All these years it's okay. But now, and I was okay if he wanted to be away from me. I was okay. I would give up, because I can't tie down a man who doesn't want to be with me, right?
When was the first time he actually hit you? Do you remember that time? Why didn't you walk out then?
I didn't walk out because I was in love, and he was apologetic is my answer. I did not. You don't give up, right? It's just on your individual strength. You might walk out after one slap. I might walk out after 10. Right? It just depends on how much you're willing to try. I didn't want to give it up easily, because especially if you love somebody and they say, I'm sorry, I don't know how it happened, I don't know why I hit you, and it's just, I'm sorry, and just let's, if somebody says that, I gave in because I believed him. And then he was okay for some time. Then he would get okay for a week, 10 days, a month, 2 months, 3 months, and then he would be back to his ways. And
but when was the first time he did that? Do you remember? What?
I mean, sort of, not really, because I never knew that, 14 years later, I will have to talk about this. I think I have pictures from right up to 2014, I think. And before that, it was very sporadic. He would just sometimes slap me and, that kind of stuff. But after 2014, it did become bad. And I have proof, and I have given it all to the police. I mean, everything. And it was not just that. I mean, I have also heard that he's put an allegation of some money fraud, apparently. It is so sad. I have given that man everything. My jewellery, all my money that I earned, even Kavish's campaigns that we did together, he used all of it. Because he was managing all the finances. I trusted him blindly, right?
Yeah.
And he has made such bad financial decisions, such bad debts. And I supported him that, okay, if this is what you want to do, it's okay. But I always told him, let's sit down, let's talk about it. Maybe it's time to give up on all these pressures that we have. We can move into a small house, live a happy life. We can be together. I said, even if we go to the roads, I will still be with you. And then I get to know about the relationship. And, then I said, okay, fine, if you don't want to do that. And then again, I mean, he's not making it easy, even the separation, because I said, how am I supposed to survive? A single parent, a girl. I have two dependent mother as well as my child, a child whose entire education is left, right? From junior KG. I mean, how do you cope with this? I said, we'll figure it out together, but this was the lowest of the low he stooped to in the last couple of months since I got to, the whole separation point. I saw something that I thought that I drew my line कि अब ये नहीं हो पाएगा, and then
What was
yesterday
that something?
this is what was happening. He didn't want to give anything to the child. He used up all the money. He didn't want to help me settle. He was being abusive. He was giving my mom abuses. I mean, he's talking about this, and I'm shocked. And I'm also shocked that obviously they are his parents. They're going to support him. But how can people forget the good times that we've had together? The times I made them laugh, the things that I said, the good things that I did, and then just overnight. When I found out about Karan's affair, I flew to his parents first the very next day, and Karan came in with me. And the thing that they told me was, Beta, you guys have to work it out. This is the kind of support I got from them. My mother didn't even know until me and he decided to, walk our ways. I didn't even tell my mom because my mom's living with us, right, since the last 2 years because of the pandemic, because of the child. We requested her, please aap raho, because if we are going out to work, we need somebody, jo ghar ka bada ho, hamare bacche ka jo khyaal rakhe. It was crazy. I mean, this is all
but at the end of it, being labeled bipolar, being labeled somebody who's aggressive, who's dominant, who's using up all the money, wasting money. Does it hurt you? Because I have met you twice. I don't know if you remember, because of common friends. Manisha is sitting right next to you. And I have always felt, and she knows it, that you've been very warm and welcoming towards somebody like me who you never knew. So I never felt that you were bipolar. But today when all this is happening, do you feel like you're being labeled because you're a woman?
I am being labeled. Let me also tell you, I was detected with a depressive phase of bipolarity. I'm not going to deny that. My doctor is Dr. Kersi Chawda. You can have a conversation with him. This was in the year 2014 when I lost my child, at 5 months, because Karan was extremely bad and inhuman. Even during those times, he didn't let me go to a doctor, a therapist, even work on my body, because you know how it is for a woman. And yes, that time I did go to a therapist. A friend helped me out. I went to the therapist and she told me that let's do a test. And that's when they realized that you've been through immense trauma. And that's the only time I was detected in 2014. And I have shown the media today that he's talking about me being on medication. You can check with my doctor. I don't know how that legally works. Last year, I had some anxiety pills, okay? Nothing related to bipolarity or anything. This was in the year, it was in August 2020. It was my last prescription. We are in June 2021. And in a modern world, when you talk about bipolarity or anxiety medicines, it's a shame. It just talks about the kind of person you are. Not only has he spoken like that about me, but also about my mother. What credibility does that man have? He's so thankless. My mother has dedicated her life. I don't have my dad or anybody to support me in these times. I've always been the man of the house. Even when we got married, I was the one who stood up and spoke to his parents and rasme kya hai, karna kya hai, everything. He knows that, where I come from. And 14 years together is not like, anyway, now I've come to the hospital because my stitches are overdue, because I've just been answering to all his allegations, and the doctor said if you don't put these stitches, it's just going to get infectious. So I've come here now. I'm going to go.
Yeah. And sorry.
But please take care of yourself, Nisha. And just remember that people are going to be there with you, for you. And, that's all I can say. And truth will come out. And I know for a fact that, you have been one of the warmest and kindest people. And do not worry, that just like your friends who are standing by your side, friends who knew both of you are standing by your side. And that says a lot, people who knew what was happening in your life. If they are standing by your side, then you know that justice is on your side as well.
Thanks, Nayandeep. That means the world to me, because right now that's all I need, support and love. That's it. So
thank you so much.